What's it like to be at the other end when Steve's got that level of command batting out there?
It's nice to watch. Got the best seat in the house, so he batted beautifully today. He sometimes seems to make not so easy conditions or any conditions seem really easy, and he batted beautifully today.
There seemed to be a little bit of variation just occasionally, like he got that lifter that hit him in the chin, but then there was the subsequent one from Stuart Broad that seemed to shoot through a little bit lower. To get your hands and make that adjustment in that small length of time, like, can you talk to us about how extraordinary that is?
I think most batsmen react just instinctively. If the ball pops up, to soften their hands up, or if it stays low, to get your hands down. I think more impressive is the way Smudge bats in terms of the margin for error when you bowl to him is so little. As the English sort of found out today, it looked like he could sort of hit a lot of balls that should have been dot balls for four. The WACA is a beautiful place when you're going, and he was in fine form today.
Usman, take you back to the sort of earlier part of the day when England were, I think, 360 for four and going quite well in that first part of the morning. Did you always feel that just one wicket would do it, that once you take one wicket that kind of opens England up, and they've got a bit of a history of collapsing at some point? Did that always feel that way as an opposition team?
It wasn't that England have a history of collapsing. It was just we knew if we got a breakthrough and that the new batsman was going to find it tough coming in. It's WACA's always a tough wicket to start up on, just with his pace and bounce and sort of leading into their tail. Sort of we knew one more wicket and then another wicket when you start getting their tail, and it's never an easy place to bat. Particularly as a tail-ender, so we knew if we got one wicket we'd be a chance, but the boys bowled really well to get 6 for 40 or whatever it was, and to restrict England to 400 I think was a really good effort, especially the way they started really well again this morning.
So did you feel at the mid-innings break or at lunchtime that actually you probably restricted England to something below where you would have expected from that position?
Definitely. It's still a good wicket, so and the partnership that Bairstow and Milan got, they batted really well. Hopefully we can do the same tomorrow. Get a couple of really nice partnerships up, or one really nice partnership up, and then obviously there's a lot of hard work to do, but it's a good wicket.
Usman, that's the second innings in a row, I think, now that Australia have lost both their reviews with the new sort of regulations and not getting them back after the 80 over mark. Does there need to be a bit of a rethink or amongst the team about when or how sure you have to be before you review?
It's a gut feel. I think it's very hard when you're on the field to, things happen so quickly. It's a lot easier when you're watching it on TV and things like when you're not really worrying about review when you're fielding. You're worried about catching the ball or everything else that goes along with playing cricket. So when things happen, they happen very quickly, and sometimes it can be hit and miss. We haven't been great, obviously, the last couple of games, but we've got a couple of right too that have gone our way. So, it's just one of those things. Obviously, the rule has changed now that you lose them and don't get them back, which is makes it a little bit tougher if you do lose them. But then again, you don't want to be afraid to use them because that's what they're there for. And if you have a decision go your way and you don't use them, you feel even worse. So, yeah.